Normandy forces faced off against the Saxons. On one side, William the Conqueror, and on the other side, Harold Godwinson. Normandy struggled to break the shield wall of the Saxons, but they eventually won after they came up with the idea of pretending to run away and aiming a little bit higher. After this, William went on to conquer England, and in the process put in place a new system of government, called feudalism. Under the feudal system, William, the king, took ownership of all the land. That grass field? William's. That well? William's. That farm? William's. Actually, that's mine. Not anymore, it isn't. But he couldn't manage it on his own, so he split it up into segments called fiefs. F-I-E-F-S. Fiefs. 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 He granted some of this land to nobles that he could trust, if they pledged fealty to him. Fealty is a fancy way of saying loyalty and allegiance. The nobles could have the land if they promised to offer their knights to him when he needed them. After this, the nobles still had a lot of land themselves, so they split their land into even smaller sections and granted them to knights. Again, knights had to pledge fealty, which means loyalty, to the nobles. They had to promise that they would fight for them in battle when called upon. Even after this, the knights had so much land that they granted some of it to people called serfs. These were the working class. They pledged fealty to the knights by promising to provide them with food and services. Hello, good sir, would you like my sandwich?
No, I hate your sandwich.
Oh, would you like some bread?
Yeah, I love bread. It's so good. Nom 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 nom.
This essentially formed a food chain in which the king resided at the top, with the lords underneath him, and the knights underneath them, and finally the serfs underneath them. Each one provided something of value, whether that be food, protection, or military forces. This has been a brief overview of the feudal system.